Have you ever looked at your bank account after a totally normal month and felt confused? You worked. You paid your bills. You didn't buy a boat. You didn't book a mansion in Aspen. It was regular life. Groceries, gas, a few meals, maybe some online shopping. Maybe you replaced something that stopped working. Then the month ends and you're thinking, how do I have this little left? That feeling is becoming the default for a lot of people. It's not always because you're irresponsible. It's often because everyday spending has turned into a value problem. Prices climbed, quality stayed about the same, and the way we pay makes it feel painless in the moment. Tap, swipe, auto-renew, one-click checkout. Money leaves your life quietly. Then you see the number later and it feels like it vanished. Here's the big idea for today. A lot of things people buy all the time are priced like premium products, even when the value is basic. You're paying premium for convenience, branding, and habit. And if you're trying to save, invest, build an emergency fund, improve your credit situation, or get ahead in any real way, those quiet leaks matter more than people think. Because wealth is built with cash flow. It's built with what stays in your account after normal life happens. Let's start with the category that hits almost everyone. Food. Food used to be the place you could keep simple. You could grab something quick and move on. Now, quick food is often priced like a full experience. Fast food, delivery, and casual restaurants all got more expensive. And the part that hurts is how easy it is to do it often. A meal turns into a habit. A habit turns into a monthly bill. Think about how this shows up in real life. You're busy. You're tired. You tell yourself you'll cook tomorrow. So you stop for something on the way home. Or you open a delivery app because it feels faster. Then the fees stack up. The food costs more. There's a service fee, a delivery fee, a tip. The total ends up way higher than your brain expected when you click the first screen. You still get a bag of food that's gone in 10 minutes. And you do it again 2 days later because life is busy again. Even regular sit-down restaurants add up fast now. Two people go out, get entrees, maybe an appetizer, maybe drinks, and suddenly you're spending an amount that used to feel like special occasion money. Then you add tax and tip, and it becomes a triple-digit night at a place that feels average. None of this is wrong. Eating out is enjoyable. It's social. It can be a break. The problem shows up when it becomes the default solution for lunch, dinner, and weekends. Then it stops being a treat and becomes a budget monster. Here's a simple way to see it. A lot of people focus on one big dinner bill and forget the smaller stuff. The coffee run, the snack, the quick lunch, the I'll just grab something stop. Those are the ones that sneak through because each one feels small enough to ignore. If you spend $18 on lunch 3 times a week, that's over $200 a month. And that's before coffee, drinks, weekend meals, and delivery fees. Add just a few extras and you're staring at a category that can rival a car payment. And unlike a car payment, you don't even notice it until it's already gone. So what's the practical takeaway? You don't need to turn your life into rice and beans forever. You need a default plan that protects your budget. For example, decide what eating out means for you. Maybe it's one planned meal a week plus one fast option when life hits hard. Everything else is groceries and simple meals. Simple can be good. Chicken bowls, pasta, slow cooker meals, frozen stuff that's cheaper than delivery. The goal is consistency, because consistency is what creates room for saving and investing. Now let's go to the biggest budget crusher that people justify as normal adult life. Cars. Cars are emotional purchases in the US. They're also a financial system. Dealers understand payments. Lenders understand payments. And a lot of people make the decision based on the monthly number, without seeing the full cost of the choice. A new car looks clean. It feels reliable. It feels like you're doing well. The issue is what happens to your money the second you sign. You buy an asset that drops in value as time passes. Then you add interest because most people finance. Then you add higher insurance because new cars cost more to insure. Then you add taxes and registration. Then you add maintenance that can be expensive once warranties end. That single decision can take hundreds of dollars a month out of your life for years. And cash flow is your freedom. Cash flow is what funds your emergency fund. It's what allows you to invest in your 401k or a Roth IRA. It's what keeps you from going into credit card debt when life happens. Here's what this looks like in real life. A lot of people have rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and then a car payment that feels like a second rent. If you're trying to build wealth, it's hard to win that game because each month before you invest a single dollar, the car gets paid first. And the car is not building your future, it's transportation. A lot of people could get nearly the same day-to-day experience with a slightly used car, a few years old, good maintenance history, a model with a reputation for reliability. Someone else already absorbed the sharpest part of depreciation. You still get a vehicle that gets you to work, gets you to the store, gets you through your week, while leaving more money in your account. That extra money is not boring. It's the difference between staying stuck and building momentum. And yes, there are exceptions. Some people need a specific vehicle for work. Some people have long commutes. Some people live in places where reliability is critical. That's fine. The point is choice. You want your car choice to serve your plan instead of forcing your plan to serve your car choice. Now we move into the category that drains people even when they already have what they need: status spending. This can show up as clothing, accessories, bags, watches, sneakers, and the constant urge to buy the nice version because it signals success. There's a difference between paying for quality and paying for a logo. Quality can make sense. Good boots that last for years can be a smart buy. A durable coat that holds up for a long time can be worth it. Paying extra for a tiny brand mark on a basic item usually delivers nothing except the feeling of, I own the expensive one. What makes status spending dangerous is that it's rarely one purchase. It becomes a pattern. Drops, limited editions, new collections. I deserve it. Then the credit card statement arrives and it's a problem. And this is where people get trapped because they're trying to build the image of financial comfort while their actual finances are getting squeezed. This is also where travel fits in. Travel has real value. Experiences matter. Seeing family matters. Rest matters. The issue is how often travel turns into a financial hangover. Flights, hotels, rental cars, food, activities, baggage fees, it adds up. And if any part of it goes on a credit card with a high APR, the trip doesn't end when you come home. You keep paying for it month after month. That's when travel becomes a drag on your future. A lot of people feel pressure here. Social media makes it seem like everyone is always somewhere. Everyone has a quick weekend getaway. Everyone has an annual big trip. It creates a quiet belief that you're falling behind if you stay home. That pressure is expensive. It pushes people into spending choices that look fun for a week and feel heavy for the rest of the year. A smarter approach can still include travel. It just looks different. It might mean smaller trips closer to home more often, and bigger trips less often. It might mean traveling in the off-season. It might mean using a simple budget rule where the trip gets paid in advance. You save for it first, then you go. That way the experience stays positive, and it doesn't turn into debt you regret. Quick side note before we keep going. Everything in this video is general education. People's situations are different, so use ideas that fit your life and your goals. Now let's talk about the sneakiest category of all. The one that feels harmless because it's only a few dollars at a time. Subscriptions, memberships, add-ons, auto-renew services. This is where modern budgets go to die quietly. Streaming services, music, cloud storage, gaming subscriptions, app upgrades, premium delivery memberships, workout apps, random tools you signed up for once and then forgot. The reason subscriptions are so powerful is simple. They create spending without a decision. You don't wake up and choose to spend that money each month. It just happens. And because each charge is small, it hides. $10 here, $15 there, $20 there. Then you add them up and you realize you built a second utility bill out of entertainment and convenience. And most people are using 2 of those services regularly while paying for 5. The same idea applies to gym memberships. A gym can be a great investment in your health. Yet a lot of people sign up during a motivation spike, go for a couple weeks, then life happens. The charges continue. Nobody thinks about it. That's money you could have used to pay down debt, build an emergency fund, or invest. If you want a practical fix that takes very little effort, do a one-time sweep. Look at 1 month of statements. Highlight every recurring charge. Then ask a simple question. Would I sign up for this today at this price? If the answer is no, cancel it. If the answer is maybe, pause it for a month and see if you miss it. You can always add it back later. Most people never do because they realize they weren't using it in the first place. Now let's hit another modern habit that costs thousands over time. Constant upgrades. Phones, laptops, tablets, smartwatches, new versions come out and the marketing makes it feel urgent. Better camera, faster chip, slightly brighter screen. It's easy to believe the upgrade will change your life. Then you use it to do the same things you did last week. A lot of people would be shocked by how much money they could keep by simply extending upgrade cycles. Keeping a phone for 4 or 5 years instead of 2. Keeping a laptop until it truly struggles with your real needs. Replacing items because they stopped working for your life, instead of replacing them because a new version exists. This also connects to home spending. Kitchen gadgets, fancy appliances, trendy furniture, perfect home setups that look great online. People buy specialized tools for tasks they do twice a year. People finance furniture like it's a major asset. It sounds normal now because stores make it easy. Monthly payments, 0 down. Yet you're still paying interest on something that will wear out over time. And the monthly payment is still cash flow leaving your life. A lot of this comes back to the same pattern. Spending is smooth. Buying is easy. The value test is rarely done. So here's a simple way to think about everything we've talked about, without turning your life into a strict spreadsheet. Use a value filter. Before a purchase becomes a habit, run it through 3 questions. First, what problem does this solve for me in real life? Second, what is this replacing in my budget? Because every dollar has a job. If it goes to subscriptions, it can't go to investing. Third, would I still feel good about this purchase a month from now after the excitement is gone? Those questions slow the impulse down just enough to protect you. And once you create some breathing room, the next step is making your money work for you. Start with an emergency fund. Here's what that means. It's cash set aside for surprises, so surprises do not turn into credit card debt. A car repair, a medical bill, a job disruption. Even a small emergency fund changes your stress level because you stop living on a knife edge. Then take advantage of retirement accounts if you can. A 401k is a workplace retirement plan. If your employer offers a match, that match is basically extra pay tied to your contribution. A Roth IRA is another retirement account option that can be powerful for long-term investing, depending on your income and situation. And when you invest, you want simple and diversified options. Many people use low-cost index funds because they spread your money across many companies, which reduces the risk of betting everything on one stock. None of this needs to be complicated to be effective. Simple, consistent investing over time is how many regular people build real financial security. Here's the mindset shift that ties this whole video together. You can spend your money to look like you're doing well, or you can spend your money to become financially stable. Modern marketing is designed to blur that line. It sells the feeling of success. The feeling is temporary. The bill is real. You don't need to remove every fun thing from your life. You need to choose what actually matters to you and cut the rest without guilt. Some people value travel deeply. Fine. Build a plan for it. Some people love restaurants. Fine. Put a limit on it and make it intentional. The goal is control. The goal is using your money on purpose instead of letting convenience and autopay decide your future. If you want one simple challenge, run a 1-month reality check. Track where your money goes for 1 month. No shame, no perfection, just data. People are usually surprised by what they find. Then choose 1 or 2 leaks to fix. Food habits, subscriptions, a too expensive car situation, constant upgrades. Fixing even one category can free up hundreds a month. That can become an emergency fund. That can become debt payoff. That can become investing. And once you start seeing progress, it gets easier to stay consistent. If this helped, subscribe to Liam Invests. Tap like and watch another video to learn more about saving, investing, and building real financial security.